So hello, my name is TALAN GODFREy, and I'm at the library, downtown Los Angeles Central Library, and I just found out that they're closing early today and tomorrow because of the protests. And actually, no, it's because of the curfew, and the people doing all that protesting. It's not protesting, right? I mean, so many people have a protest, and nobody announces a citywide curfew or a couple blocks curfew because of some legal protest. No, it's not. This is not it at all. This is not it at all. But this is Los Angeles, and nobody fucks me over more than the leftist. No one fucks me over more than the leftist has. Period. You can't even get to USC without showing ID. You can't even get to the USC campus without showing ID, and that never happened until the other protest happens. Soft power works. It really does. I'm a beneficiary of soft power. Is it slow? Yes. Extremely slow. Extremely slow, but soft power works than force. Because a lot of this force ain't genuine anyway. It's being paid by somebody. Somebody is using money to buy politicians to force them to be quiet while they're little useful idiot foot soldier leftists do all the mostly people protesting, and everybody else get fucked over because of it. No, you just no. Anyway, so here I am. I'm at the Central Library, and the libraries around the Central Library will be closing early today and tomorrow, just like the Law Library was closing because they got hit, and the outside of their building turned into a militarized zone. Really fucking stupid. But yeah. So this is what's going on with my channel. Okay, this is what's going on with my channel. I'm shutting down the videos you watch in this channel on. I'm shutting it down, and I'm going to activate a new one. I will put a couple of more protest videos, and that's it on this channel. And the rest of the protest videos will be going to another channel. And what I will put on this channel exclusively is the debunking videos. I have so many videos that I need to debunk before the Santa Monica hearing. I have a Santa Monica College hearing that's coming up soon, scheduled to be soon. I need to have all these protest videos. Well, I need to put all my protest videos on a different website, but I need to have a whole bunch of debunking videos, debunking all these fake gang stalking victims. I need to put that on YouTube stat. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the next couple of days, and hopefully you guys can find the new protest channel. They're going to put the protest videos on and enjoy on this channel all the debunking videos. But yeah. So the mind's eye, he's like, debunk me. I'm like, you're gonna get debunked, because it's that Santa Monica College hearing. The Santa Monica College hearing is coming real soon. They had to schedule a date for it. So here it is. Right, we gotta shut this iris down. Shut it down. Shit. So this is the iris. I'm gonna shut this iris down a little bit. Oh, okay. So I'm going to shut this iris down a little bit so you can see. But this is a beautiful library. It needs 2 more floors. I will always say that. Yeah, it needs 2 more floors. But enjoy this debunking video. But it's not a debunking video. It's just me waking up at really early in the morning after not having a lot of sleep, finding this woman's video, and she doing what a lot of these fake gang stalking victims always do, was they take information for other gang stalking videos from the past, repurpose it, relabel it as it being new, and then she put in her title that, oh, this is new evidence of Havana syndrome that's been exposed to the public. No, she hasn't exposed any new information about the Havana syndrome, because CBS News would have done it. CBS News 60 Minutes would have already done it. She haven't exposed anything, but she's one of these people. She's one of these fake gang stalking victims. Oh, I found new information about the Havana syndrome. No, you haven't. But that's what she said in her video. And I'm going to have to do 2 videos because every time I debunk one of these videos, it's always over an hour. That's what I realized. All right. So I love you, Andre. Everybody else, have a good day. So hello. This is time of date 6:51, June 11, 2025. And this is Cheryl Welch right here. William Shatner, Cheryl Welch. This is Gangs, and there she is right here. I'm trying to find the actual video where I got this from, but here it is. Hopefully you can still find it on YouTube somewhere. Now, this woman right here talked about gang stalking back in the year 2000. She never said anything about a fucking chosen one. So anybody who brings up the chosen one is a lie. And okay, anyone who brings that shit up is a lie. And you notice how my videos are not monetized. Just saying, if you're a real gang stalking victim, you wouldn't be monetized. If you was a real gang stalking victim who told the truth through a legal and scientific lens about gang stalking, you wouldn't be monetized. Okay? I'm just saying. Okay.
Well, have you ever felt that someone was watching you, but there was really no one there?
They can cause your heart to hurt. They can cause you to blast your stomach. They can
This is
cause
not
your
Cheryl Welch.
ankles
Hold
to
on.
give out. They can cause your knees to get out. Whatever they direct it to, wherever they can direct.
This is Ann Stratton. Now, there's videos I found of this woman from the year 2006. She was still protesting electronic harassment and targeted, and her being talking about her being a targeted individual back in the year 2006, right? She never said anything about a fucking chosen one because that shit didn't exist back then. The chosen one thing is a lie. The chosen one thing took off in the year 2020 because everybody freaked out about COVID. And these people doing all these psychological operation campaigns to try to make the public feel special because they want you to believe that Christianity bullshit. They have to have you believe in Christianity. They have to keep you into the part of in one of those messianic faiths, I'm talking about either Islam, Judaism, or Christianity. They have to keep you in those type of bubbles so they can continue on this new world order bullshit. They have to, because if you do not believe in that, in these messianic faith, then this new world order is going to be hard for you to accept. Basically, that's what I'm saying. They need you to believe in that shit. And the more that this technology gets advanced and exposed to the public, the less the reality is proving that these gods never existed in the first place. The more people talk about scientific advancements, proves that these gods never existed in the first place. When you look at the history of these gods, ask yourself, why don't the Christians call their God by its actual name? Its actual name is Yahweh. Now, there are other versions of Yahweh, okay, but they all starts with Y. Why don't they call their gods Yahweh or whatever other version that starts with a Y that's out there? They don't do it. The Christians call their deity God. God is a German. It's a German word, basically, for deity. The Christian, like all your Muslims, your Jews, and your Christians, your God is Yahweh. You can call it whatever you want to, but basically your God is Yahweh. And they don't ever bring the fucking name up, and you need to ask why. Why? Because if you look up that fucking name, you're going to realize that God wasn't the only God out there. That God was king, the Christian, the Muslim, and the Jewish God, Yahweh, was no different than the god of war, Mars or Ares. And in fact, he came in with a pantheon of other gods. What happened to the other gods that these other ancient people were worshiping? It was Yahweh and a whole bunch of other gods that these people were worshiping back thousands of years ago. What happened to those other gods? Exactly. Now, what you're going to realize that the God Yahweh had a wife. What happened to God's wife? I forgot her name, like Isha or Aisha or whatever. You're going to have to Google it. But Yahweh had a wife. What happened to his wife? Where was Jesus when Yahweh had a wife?
and he was hanging out with these other gods. Where was Jesus and where was Lucifer at? Jesus and Lucifer never existed. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. See, that's why they want you to. That's why nobody ever calls their God Yahweh out. That's why nobody ever speaks the name Yahweh. Because when you Google Yahweh, you're going to learn this dude has a long and enriched history in dealing with other gods. He was friends with other gods and he was married and there was no Jesus and no Satan at the time. So back what I'm trying to tell you. So just be careful from anybody who brings up religion or spirituality or chosen one. And they mix it with fucking gang-stalking because every single one of these motherfuckers lying in my head's hurting. They attacking my head right now. They don't like me talking about shit. I'm being shocked.
Pain to, your body feels.
Let's see if I can find this woman.
Imagine everywhere you go, some are uneducated people with no ties. Others have information the government wants to monitor.
It could be because of law enforcement. It could be.
And you, politicians, terrorists, anyone could have the ability to control your mind.
Okay.
On special assignment, I'm Ross Blackstone for.
Whatever they
Okay, I'm going to say sorry about that. That wasn't Cheryl Welch. That was Ann Stratton. My bad. But this is Cheryl Welch right here. This is her featured in that William Shatner show.
Here it is. September 1988. It is the start of the fall semester at the University of California, Davis, where Cheryl Welch is beginning life as a law student.
I grew up in Sacramento, California. I was a receptionist at Kaiser Hospital for 10 years. I decided if I wanted to go back to school, so I went to UC Davis.
But as her studies get underway, things change.
I know what normal life is, and life became very abnormal.
Innocent citizens being controlled by government-sanctioned experiments. Is Cheryl Welch telling the truth, or are her claims absurd? Just another conspiracy theory that's impossible to prove. Maybe. But not if you...
Major countries have developed this secret mind control technology, especially Russia and the United States.
She's convinced that the people who harassed her were under mind control and didn't even know it.
Somebody used to make us do things, with
Now, if you talk to Dr. Matthew, and if you watch the old Dr. Matthew Aaron video, you're going to realize that some of these motherfuckers are either forced or coerced into doing this to you, or they're getting paid to do this to you. Maybe some of them are on mind control, but a lot of these motherfuckers are forced or coerced into harassing you. All right. So I have no idea. This is Ann Stratton. I should rename that title of that video. And I'm sorry about that. Okay. So let's get into the topic at hand. I had to re-record this. My bad. I'm so sorry about that. But this is like Cheryl Welch's Mind Justice. Just be careful when you go on this. Just be careful when you go on this chick's website on your phone. It's best to go on a computer. Okay. All right. So here it is. I'm making a video about another fake gang-stalking victim. Anybody who talks about a fucking chosen one, even if it's quotation marks, and they don't explain that chosen one shit is a fucking fraud, these people are lying to you. Here's another one. Okay? I'm not cyber-stalking this woman. I'm not harassing this woman. Cyber-harassing, cyber-bullying, cyber-stalking this woman. It's just that she's one of these fake gang stalking victims, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Let's refresh this from the beginning. Let's refresh. Let's reload this video. I don't know why it saves my spot, but I'm going to tell you something. If you monetize,
hey all, I just want to get some quick messages out to you.
If you're monetized, if I see ads on your fucking video, then you're a fake gang stalking victim. I don't give a fuck. You're a fake gang stalking victim. If you tell the truth about gang stalking through a legal and scientific lens, and you show evidence of your gang stalking, if you try to back up what you experienced because you don't have a spectrum analyzer, but you try to back up with what you're saying as a gang stalking victim, you will be censored, shadow banned, blacklisted, and delisted. Okay? Okay? They don't want psychotronic weapons to be known to the public. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This woman's monetized. To me, that's a fake victim. Just like this dude right here. If you was a real gang stalking victim, a real one, you wouldn't be monetized, nor would they be promoting your stupid video. See, this is the relevant section right here. Relevant section, gang stalking, 2-word tag, and you see this man. Now, this man told the truth. He wouldn't be here. His videos would not be here if he told the truth. Most of these videos are live. This video right here took forever to tell the truth, and he told a little tiny bit of the truth, and most of it was a whole bunch of bullshit. I'm really surprised this video was able to be seen. Okay, I'm really surprised this video was on the relevant section. I'm surprised that this video, as old as it is, got on the relevant section. Maybe there are white hats, quotation marks, trying to prove that gang stalking is real through a legal and scientific lens, but they can't have the real good videos out there from the scientists, the engineers, the doctors, and the lawyers. So they're gonna bring up this dude instead. I screen record this fucking page, gang stalking, 2-word tag, so many times, and I can show you. I gotta go find it, but I can show you with this video right here from James Harkin, this video right here from this dude right here. A whole bunch of these videos wasn't even on the relevant section. Somebody put them there. I guess it is to counter these fakes. I guess. But you know, there is no Dr. John Hall, Dr. Robert Duncan, Dr. Matthew Aaron, Dr. Terrence Robertson, no Cheryl Welch, no Karen Stewart. Okay, so y'all realizing that, all right? I guess they're trying to help us the best way they can. The white hats that work at YouTube, because you got a whole bunch of bullshit like gang stalking or monitoring spirits. There's no monitoring spirits, and monitoring spirits happened, believe it or not, just like the Chosen One in the year 2020. Okay. But if you tell the truth about gang stalking, you wouldn't even be on this fucking page right here. I'm telling you. All right, so let's get to the fake. Let's get to this fake. I'm sorry it took me forever to get here, but let's get to the fake. And it's this woman right here. Let's see if we can find the fake. Oh, painfully purpose. Don't worry, I'll get to your fake. And this woman's fake too. And believe me, I still got your old videos, sweetheart, from the year 2024. Don't worry, I will go into all those videos. Oh, so you notice how this video dealing with Karen Stewart? You notice how Karen Stewart is not on the first page, right? Under gang stalking relevant section, of course. Of course, this former NSA analyst would never be on the first page. Okay. So anyway, so this is another one of these fake
Messages out to you. One.
There is no, she does not even mention anything new about the Havana syndrome. So this is the fake title right here. This is the fake title. She hadn't mentioned anything new whatsoever. This woman's fake, but she's monetized, and I'm trying to get to the point to prove that she's monetized. If I'm seeing ads in your videos, you're monetized, you're a fake gang stalking victim. So let's see it. She just states things in her video without proving it. Okay.
The
I get to my nerves.
gang-stalkers are out very heavily right now. So if you are a targeted individual, if you are quote unquote a chosen one,
There's no see. If she told the truth, she would explain that the Chosen One thing was a lie. That Chosen One thing happened in the year 2020. Like I said, Cheryl Welch didn't talk about a Chosen One. That chick that you saw in that other video, and Mary Ann Stratton didn't talk about a Chosen One. Dr. John Hall didn't talk about a Chosen One. Dr. Terrence Roberts didn't talk about a Chosen One. Dr. Robert Duncan didn't talk about a Chosen One. The former NSA analyst Karen Stewart, you saw her face. earlier in this video, didn't talk about a chosen one. The former Army intelligence officer Julian McKinney didn't talk about a chosen one. None of these people talked about a chosen one. The chosen one thing was a lie. I proved that.
I just want to kind of get the messages out as to why we're being so targeted and what's going on. So
she doesn't say anything that
these are full blown agenda.
She's not saying anything new that other people haven't said back in the day, decades ago. She haven't said anything new. And she doesn't show it. She doesn't show her evidence. She just states things. And you're going to see it in her video. But if you want to, read her transcript. Read her transcripts. Okay? Even Brian 2 brought shit to prove what he was talking about was real. She brings nothing. Nothing. And I'm going to prove that she wrong. Look, hold on. Okay, hold on. Well, she brings up Rachel Maddow.
That I was a victim of. Okay, so that I was part of that group. That group I'm getting was connected to the media. Okay, so it was people who had YouTube channels, content creators. I was getting Rachel Maddow was in that thing.
She's not
connected to the media. Havana syndrome attack. I was getting messages that there was another attack that went unreported.
She was getting messages.
21. That I was a victim of. Okay, so that I was part of that group. That group I'm getting was connected to the media. Okay, so it was people who had YouTube channels, content creators. I was getting Rachel Maddow was in that group.
She was getting Rachel Maddow was a targeted individual being hit with Havana syndrome. No, bitch. Sorry, this video is not cyberbullying, not cyberstalking, not cyber harassing this person, not cyberbullying this person. She just stating the shit. I'm getting from where? From whom? Where? Like when? Like what? Like prove what you're saying is real. She doesn't do that.
I was getting Katie Tur was in that group. So I was getting, they're showing me Nicole Wallace, I believe. So then they're falling into that category. So MSNBC reporters could have went under that exact attack during my time period. So that was the 2021 group.
No, sweetheart. Prove that these people were gang stalking victims. Prove that these people was Havana syndrome victims. Prove it. She doesn't prove it. Go read her transcript. She doesn't prove it. She just states things out of her butt. She just states things as it's true, and you're supposed to take it on her word. No, prove that Rachel Maddow from MSNBC. Man, maybe we should just. I'm just gonna give Rachel Maddow. I'm going to try to Twitter her page, and I'm like, are you a victim of Havana syndrome? Because this random chick on YouTube is stating that. Here, Rachel Maddow. I'm getting sick and tired of all your fucking fakes, man. Rachel Maddow. Okay. She just stated that this woman was a victim of harassment campaign. She may be a Mason, one of those even stars or whatever. But is she a victim of her harassment? Is she a gang stalking victim? Is she a victim of Havana syndrome? I have never heard of that. Rachel Maddow, Havana. Havana syndrome. These people just state shit on YouTube. Okay, so Rachel Maddow has not publicly reported any connection to the Havana syndrome, while some people have reported experiencing blah, 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 blah. However, was open about going under surgery for skin cancer in 2021. In 2021. So but like, okay, so if it's okay, so that's, she went, how does this have anything to do with her skin cancer? Yeah, okay. I'm trying to figure this out. Where? So that's all I'm trying to tell you. That's all I'm trying to tell you. Where is Rachel Maddow and the Havana syndrome? I don't know. Okay. Katie Tur, Havana syndrome. I'm trying to figure this thing out because she doesn't back up her shit. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm like, where? Katie Tur. I probably spelled Katie wrong. Okay, Katie Tur. Okay, CIA, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we all know about MSNBC talking about Havana syndrome. We all know that. But where is Katie Tur saying that she's a victim of it? Did she say in this video? Because this one gang stalking victim that you just saw earlier doesn't show or link her facts. Okay. This fucking ad, dude. Hold on.
Joining me now is former CIA officer Mark Polymeropoulos. He is the author of Clarity in Crisis, Leadership Lessons from the CIA. Kelly Spera, my friend, as a Greek, I should have not mangled your name. So I apologize that they can...
Okay.
Well, what exactly are you looking for?
So what you need now is clearly a whole of government approach. And I think that's, there's a lot of churn over the interim assessment and then now the
Now, okay, look. They're going to flag this video if I keep showing MSNBC, okay? Because usually when you do 60 minutes and you show too much of the 60 minutes video, then they will flag your channel, okay? They will flag your video. So I can't, but you understood my point, right? This woman said Katie Tur, okay? Havana syndrome, and I'm trying to figure this out. She doesn't state her evidence. See, I told you she's monetized. I told you this woman's monetized.
Misunderstood aspects of life. When we say that,
if you were monetized, you wouldn't be a gang-stalking victim.
One, the gang-stalker.
If you was monetized, you wouldn't. If you're a gang-stalking victim and you're making videos on YouTube, you wouldn't be monetized. If you told too much of the truth, they're gonna shut that shit down. They're gonna censor your channel. Where was I? Okay, so I don't know where she getting all these journalists being victims of gang stalking, being victims of Havana syndrome. I don't know. She don't bring the receipts. That's all I'm trying to tell you. She doesn't bring the receipts. And it's really annoying when people just claim shit just to be claiming shit. Cause I'm trying to find it. Okay, so let's keep going on to her video. I know she's lying to me, so I'm just getting my nerves.
Clear the energies, you can actually track it back to typically a general. Okay, I'm not even lying. You can track it back to a very high level military officer. Okay, this is the information that you need because it's important for you to understand the level.
Okay, let's go back.
Community, or it might just seem like it's family. It might just seem like it's your friends, or it's local. But I'm telling you, if you actually were to clear the energies, you can actually track it back to typically a general. Okay, I'm not even lying. You can track it back to a very high level military officer. Okay, this is the information that you need because.
Okay, no military. Look, I doubt a military officer or a former high-ranking military officer is gang stalking you unless you are or was somebody that will be around those people in the military. Now, I was in the Army. Was I talking to high-ranking military officials when I was in the military? No, I wasn't. The highest-ranking people that I was talking to was an E8, maybe an E10 back in the day, and that was it. That was it. I wasn't talking. Yes, there was a lieutenant and there was a captain, and every once in a while I had to talk to those motherfuckers. But I wasn't talking about lieutenant general. Come on, dude. Oh, it's a general that's gang stalking you, or it's a high-ranking military official that's gang stalking you. Chances are nobody in the military is gang stalking you. Okay, chances are nobody who is former military is gang stalking you. Chances are you just a dude off the street and somebody just put you in the program. That's it. They just put you randomly in the program. of a harassment campaign. Scene at 11, revenge for hire. Okay. Please watch these videos from CBS News New York. Please watch the video. Okay. There are private investigators or revenge people. These people, you pay these motherfuckers. Let me see if I can just play the damn video. Fuck it.
United States is typically associated with the sale of roses, chocolate, and
See, I have to show my shit. I have to back up the shit that I'm saying.
Or much, much worse. The Various Jobs offers 9 packages aimed, the company advertises, at making the lives of your enemies hell. For $3,000, the eviscerator focuses on ruining one facet of the person's life, like her marriage. And then
you see, I have to show the shit that I'm talking about. I have to show the shit that I'm talking about. These fakes can just say shit.
One, the Gangstalking, this is also part of Havana syndrome. So Havana syndrome, there were...
Why didn't it save my spot?
Different time periods when there were attacks, okay? These attacks move us through different companies. So it's like, it's going to be hard to understand how they're doing the buying and the selling. But we might get roped in.
Okay, so I'm trying to find out where I last left, my last placement of this video. This is going to be a two-parter because this is getting long in the tooth right now. But you see how I deal with it? I have to back up the stuff that I'm saying. She just coming up and just saying shit off the fly. Katie Tur was a victim of Havana syndrome. Where? How? Who said that? Where did they get their information from? Did Katie Tur actually came out and said that herself? Your guess is as good as mine. Your guess is as good as mine. But she doesn't state. She's just stating it. She's not showing it. Let's see where I last left. Let's see where I last left. Okay. So she says that she found those contracted, moved to private investment firms. If you talk to Dr. John Hall back in the day talked about this so many times. Okay. We'll save the spot. This is going to be a two-parter. I'm so sorry about this. This is going to be a two-parter video. But you need...
Carried out through...
Okay, but Dr. John Hall explained this shit like 15 years ago. Explained this shit 15 years ago. Dr. John Hall. Right here. I highly suggest you watch this video. This one. It's the oldie but a goodie. Right here. Dr. John Hall. And you can look. I highly suggest you look at this fucking video, dude. Right here. Then you got the old Dr. Robertson / Terrence Robertson video. I probably got this. Let me, Dr. John Hall, Terrence Robertson. Okay, there's Terrence Robertson. Okay, where's okay, no. I said Terrence Robertson. Let's just click this. Let's see if it shows up. And just a video about gang stalking victims from 2011. Nobody talked about a chosen one. You can see it right there. Okay, so it's just not showing up. Okay, it's not showing up here. Sorry about this. But you saw that monitoring spirit shit? Yeah. Here it is, Dr. Terrence Robertson, right here. And Dr. John Hall talking about shit like that. And so chances are it's probably not the military that's doing it. It's probably done through civilian private contractors. Or you just pissed off somebody who got a whole bunch of technological skills and they can build this shit on their own and they're targeting you with this shit in your own house or your own apartment. Just saying. Some of this shit. CNN, let's see if we can find the old CNN clip. Because I have to show you the shit. See, chosen ones, monitoring spirits. You see, I told you that these psychological operation campaigns, man. Okay, let's Google CNN. CNN mind control. This came out in 1985. I probably have to put 1985. Hold on. My bad. Just hang on for a second. Because, this shit's done on the fly. See, a CNN report on electromagnetic mind control. See, I have to show you the shit that I'm talking about. I have to show you the shit. But if you want to, it's right there, dude.
Imagine the implications of a weapon with no visible trace. A weapon that could knock out tanks.
Let's see if this is her here. 14 years ago. Nobody would talk about no fucking chosen one.
Was a science fiction movie about a device which electronically injected thoughts into the human mind. In this scene, the mind control machine projects images into the brain of the chief scientist through an electrode headset. The scientist then
very good movie called Brainstorm.
Wild truck ride.
By the way, so if you are a real gang stalking victim, you know they will put images into your visual cortex. They will plan these visual images that they hack into your visual cortex. They will plan pain sensations at the same time. They're hacking your whole body, dude. They're hacking your whole fucking body, dude. Okay? But this is the movie Brainstorm with Christopher Walken. The background, the history of that movie. Oh, this technology must be so fucking old that they had a problem with the movie The Brainstorm with Christopher Walken. They had a problem with it. Now here he is. Pay attention to what this dude said.
As well as light, sound, and heat. The pulse rate is in the extremely low frequency range, between 0 and 100 pulses per second. Dr. Ross 80 is the top researcher at the Veterans Administration Hospital in Loma Linda, California. He has been investigating the effects of the LIDAR machine.
What do the Soviets use this machine for? Well, they don't use it anymore. We should be very clear that this is a machine which is regarded by them as somewhat obsolete technologically.
This scientist, who did not want his identity revealed,
is
employed by the U.S. government and has done secret RF weapons research. He believes that tests done with the LIDAR and similar machines prove that humans are susceptible to remote alterations of mood and awareness.
Certain kinds of weak electromagnetic signals work exactly like drugs.
LIDAR and similar machines prove... Okay. There's a spike right there. A spike. In the control room, Van Weiss varied the waveforms being generated. In another room, I could see waveforms change.
Okay, so I'm sorry for that one little part right there. Let's see if I can find it. Here he is.
Signals work exactly like drugs. So the promise is that anything you can do with drugs, you can do with the right electromagnetic signals. Apparently, there are specific sites involved, specific functions involved. It's a matter of matching up, just like it is with a pill or a drug, to cause and effect. You could have a cause and effect relationship between a magnetic field and a biological function.
CNN enlisted the help of noted physicist Dr. Elizabeth Rauscher and electrical engineer Bill Van Weiss to build and test an RF mine interference machine from data found in Soviet scientific literature. The machine itself was inexpensive and easy to construct, using parts from a consumer electronics store. It emits a weak magnetic field, pulsed at extremely low frequency.
Okay, so it was like, okay, I'm sorry about that. So you heard that, right? Okay, so if you are that tech savvy in the year 2025, you can find ways to build this shit and you can attack your neighbors with it. So it could be, so you just pissed off the wrong person, or that person just wants you out of your apartment, or for other sinister, nefarious reason, these people just fucking with you just to be fucking with you. Okay. So this came out in 1985. Okay. So it doesn't even have to be military. Okay. It could be some dude off the street. I'm telling you, it could be some dude off the motherfucking street. But this woman ain't gonna say that. But this woman, the gang stalking wrapped up. Oh my god. The gang stalking wrapped up.
And there's also a lot of money in these operations. I was getting that they move us.
Hold on.
Or they purchase us through tax bonds, and they move us through different...
Now, I've heard of that as well back in the day. You remember the old Brian Conference, okay? The old Brian Conference videos, even what do you call that dude? Brian 2. I like Brian 2. Hopefully that Brian 2 guy is still alive. But Brian 2 talked about this shit all the time, and then his videos will be disappeared. His channels will be deleted. Anyway, you got your social security number, okay? According to these people, there's also another number tied to you, okay? And this other number that is tied to you is they punch in this other number. Brian 2, I had to find the old Brian 2 videos, but he basically said there's a brain card that's tied to you, and they can just match this number, and then they can send all this shit to you. That's what he said back in the day. But you all know about Brian 2, okay? And Brian Conference said this as well. They can tag you by these numbers. You are tied to a number. The number is geo sync to you, GPS sync to you. So no matter where you go on this planet, they can always find you by these numbers. That's what he said. Now, what she is talking about is something different. It sounds like what she's talking about when people talked about those old life insurance policies. People will put life insurance policies under your name. You don't even know that you have a life insurance policy in your name. And then you die. And then these people will get the life insurance on your death. That's what it sounds like she's talking about.
Companies. So it's going to be hard to understand how they're doing the buying and the selling. But we might get roped into a group, so to speak. And I believe this is also part of Havana syndrome.
Doubt it.
For you, they will outsource it. So they are also not necessarily having to take the fall because they will even... And they outsource to many different partners. And they... Not so...
I don't know why you didn't say my spot. I don't know.
And it's kind of like you give them money and they will fulfill the contract however they fulfill it.
Hold on.
They're kind of one of those groups that they will do whatever you want.
Sorry. This is stop. This is gonna be a two-parter because YouTube didn't save my spot, and I wrote my spot down. So I can't find my spot that I left off at. Okay, military officer with information, not necessarily. You can be some dude off the street and they just don't like you, so they're going to target you. Okay, they target homeless people all the fucking time. Okay, so private investigative firms. I think I left it off right here.
Moved through private investment firms. These are the firms that move the money, okay? And then they move it. They could be moving it from a corporation. They could be moving it from any business, and then they will carry out the contracts through a third party who could be, for example, a company that has a lot of techies. It could be just one techie. They could be putting the contracts out to go after you personally through a third party organization, all right? A lot of these contracts I was getting messages on were being carried out by...
I was getting messages on, but she don't show the shit. Now, I'm pretty sure that any company can hire a private investigative firm, because you saw that CBS News clip that I showed you earlier. You saw they can just hire people. But we all know about the eBay gang-stalking scandal. Well, it's not gang-stalking, it's just a harassment campaign. But eBay stalking scandal, right there. We all know about it. eBay stalking. Well, the eBay 60 Minutes. There it is. That saved my spot. So we all know about what happened with eBay. Okay? So we all know. They can hire people to harass anybody they want to shut them up or to make them go away. Okay? There it is right there from CNBC.
Example, a company that has a lot of techies. It could be just one techie. They could be putting the contracts out to go after you personally through a third-party organization. All right?
You see,
a lot of these...
You see that I'm told you? Now, you see that I can easily find a good chunk of the shit that she is saying. But she doesn't show it. I have to show it. She doesn't show it. But yet she's monetized. She's monetized, but she don't show shit, but she's monetized. Told you, be careful about these fakes, man. Be careful about these fakes. Because if she was telling the truth and she wanted to show that she's telling the truth, she would have backed up her shit with other evidence. Okay? She would have shown it to you. Now, she is talking about these contracts, blah, 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 security contract. Yeah, this is going to have to be a 2-part video. This is getting too long.
All right. A lot of these contracts I was getting messages on were being carried out by Cambridge Analytica. Now, if any of you followed the Mueller investigation.
Okay, the Mueller investigation was fake, sweetheart. The Mueller investigation was fake.
Or the 2016 election, everything that happened with Mark Zuckerberg, then you would know that the data, I guess, from Facebook was harvested through a company named Cambridge Analytica. Now, Cambridge Analytica is one of those companies where they're faceless, okay? There were reports that you met with this person in an unknown location. Could be a restaurant, could be a...
Okay, so basically what happened with Cambridge Analytica, and you can find it out, is one of these fake companies. Well, it's a real company, but they basically... It's a PR firm, basically. It's basically a PR firm. And they can pay people to say whatever you want them to say about a person. Dig up reports, fake lies, fake reports on people. That's what Cambridge Analytica, and just Google it. Just Google Cambridge Analytica, and you can find out how they lied about Trump. They lied about Trump, and they got caught lying. Cambridge Analytica. Okay.
It could be a hotel. It could be a room somewhere, and then you're basically giving them a contract, and it's kind of like you give them money and they will fulfill the contract however they fulfill it. They're kind of one of those groups that they will do whatever you want for the price.
Okay, blah, 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 blah.
There's a lot of those companies out there.
Yes, there is. Okay, I'm going to have to scroll past this. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, but when you start looking into different weapon contractors, military contractors, blah, 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 you see CERN website, blah, 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 blah. You can read along in the transcript that I'm scrolling up. Okay. So, see, it ain't... Okay. She ain't saying anything. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Okay. I believe, see there, that I believe thing, that I believe, that's that qualifier, why she got put, I believe. If she telling the truth, she should state it as fact.
Into a group, so to speak, and I believe this is also part of Havana syndrome.
No.
Havana syndrome, there were different time periods when there were attacks, okay? These attacks came in through a sonic weapon.
No.
Okay, a psyche break-in, and then...
I don't know what a psyche break-in is, but a lot of people saying that the Havana syndrome wasn't just sonic weapons. It was a whole bunch of other stuff. It was like direct energy weapons, including... It wasn't just sonic. But whatever. Okay, this is going to be a tube. Okay, you see, this is 23 minutes long. And we're in video. We are at the 5-minute point. So, I'm going to say, Andre, I love you. I miss you. Everybody else, have a good day. This is going to be part 2 is coming up because this woman clearly lied. But this is the type of woman, this is the type of person they will actively promote. Doesn't say anything. Doesn't say anything, doesn't show anything, doesn't prove anything, just claiming shit, not backing up her stuff, and you supposed to believe what she says is gospel. No. I'm sick and tired of these fake gang stalking victims. Hell, if she knew that the chosen one, if she claimed to be real, she should have known that the chosen one was fake. Alright. Now, I don't know why, for some strange reason, my comments keeps getting deleted. Did she delete my channel? No, she didn't delete my comment, but I'm realizing that I can't delete my comment on her video. I'm not saying that it's her fault. I just can't delete my comment on her video. I can't edit it. Stop doing that. I can't edit my own comment. Okay, now it works. Okay. It didn't work earlier. So everybody else have a good day.